Serving as the 2020 Alumni Association Advisory Board President has been an amazing privilege. Despite all the challenges 2020 has presented, I have been honored to lead and serve the college in ways I never thought possible. Even more, I've appreciated learning about our incredibly talented and diverse alumni body, hearing stories of growth, achievement, and commitment to the financial services profession and to their surrounding communities. Tonight, we will honor an exceptional fellow alumnus, Lee Bethel, as we induct him as our 19th member of the Alumni Hall of Fame. A husband, father, grandfather, and musician, Lee is a longtime college volunteer who served on our trustee board for 9 years. His support of the college has been steadfast for the past 2 decades as a President's Circle donor, a Loyalty Society, and Legacy Society member. Lee is the epitome of a lifelong learner, having earned 10 designations and regularly presenting educational sessions to all organizations, including to the American College staff. Along with countless other accolades and accomplishments, including being a 27-year life and qualifying member of the $1 Million Roundtable with 13 Court of the Table qualifications, Lee is also one of the founders of the Conference of African American Financial Professionals. In 2018, he was the first recipient of the inaugural Lang-Dixon Leadership and Excellence in Achieving Diversity Award and received a Lifetime Achievement Award from the National African American Insurance Association. Let's take a few minutes to learn more about our 2020 Alumni Hall of Fame inductee, Lee Bethel.
Well, I believe in the mission of the college, and that in order to get, you have to give.
Lee Vincent Bethel grew up in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, where his family had been successful business people and entrepreneurs since the early 20th century. As a smart and gifted child and self-proclaimed nerd, he was recruited to attend the highly prestigious Phillips Exeter Academy in New Hampshire. Lee went on to study biology at Morehouse College in Atlanta with aspirations of becoming an orthodontist. But a summer job during college selling books door to door would change the trajectory of his life. His uncle, Ted Tillman, the second African-American insurance agent hired by New York Life, convinced him he had what it took to join his highly successful insurance business in Philadelphia after college.
There was an awards banquet. So I invited Uncle Ted to come to the awards banquet. I thought it would be cool for my uncle to come in since he was in sales. So he came to the awards banquet and immediately after that said, "I want to talk to you." So I was like, okay. And he said, "Well, you know, if you come work with me, by the time you will have gotten out of dental school and doing your orthodontia, you'll be making twice what the orthodontist is going to be making." Really? Okay, done. And then, unfortunately, my uncle had a heart attack in December of '78 and died. About 2.5 weeks before I was supposed to move to Philly. Had nothing else to do. It's like, wow, what am I gonna do? So I guess I'm gonna go to Philly and sell insurance from New York Life.
He worked with his Aunt Betty to take over the business for several years with moderate success. At one point, Lee decided it was time to leave the business and head back to Oklahoma until his aunt suggested he talk with Lang-Dixon.
If Lang had not come forth and extended himself to teach and show me, where he basically brought me under his wing and said, here is what you need to learn how to do, here is what we're gonna do, this is how we talk to physicians, this is how we do things with attorneys, so on and so forth. And that's how we started. So we started doing joint business. He put me on for 25% of a case. I made $1 Million Roundtable off 25% of cases my first year. And that continued until he died in 1994.
Lang-Dixon not only mentored Lee in the business, he also emphasized to Lee the importance of gaining professional education and knowledge. Lee took that advice to heart and has achieved what few others have attempted by earning the CLU, CHFC, CAP, RHU, CHHC, CASTLE, REBC, and RHC designations, all from the American College.
We've had several conversations regarding the stream of initials that follow his name. I asked Lee once what caused him to put such emphasis on his pursuit of professional designations with the American College. And what he shared with me was he was in competition on a case. At that time, he had no designations, and the individual with whom he was in competition did. That individual used that to leverage his credentials against Lee, and his competitor got the case. He became determined that that would never happen again. But Lee is an individual who loves to learn, and even after he received a couple designations, Lee just continued to pursue those designations, I think not simply because he wanted to have the designations per se, but because he loves to learn.
Lee's devotion to the American College has not stopped with earning designations. He has been involved with the college in countless ways. From serving as a member of the college's trustee board for 9 years, a President's Circle donor, a Loyalty Society and a Legacy Society member, he's also one of the founders of the college's Conference of African American Financial Professionals, and in 2018 was the first recipient of the inaugural Lang-Dixon Leadership and Excellence in Achieving Diversity Award.
I think that Lee has been a cheerleader as long as I've known him, and he's been involved with the American College. If you look at his history with the American College, he's done everything that they asked him to do. And I'd ask him sometime, you know, Lee, we're busy here. Why are you going back and forth to these American College meetings and this and that? And he simply said, look, you know, one, as minorities, we need to get more people involved, and they have given minorities an opportunity. And so I feel compelled to give back to them, because this fits with my narrative of wanting to get more minorities into the financial service field and get them educated properly.
Lee's success has not only been attributed to his devotion to continued education, but also to his character.
It's sort of like a motto for the financial services industry, is that in dealing with clients in the financial services industry, you got to put the client first. And that's something that even a lot of us who've been in the industry for a long period of time seem to lose that. Lee never lost that. He came in knowing that the client was always first. No one had to teach him that. He knew it all along.
First and foremost, Lee Bethel has integrity. Lee is a devoted husband, father, grandfather, and one who has set the tone and set a good example for his family. Those are such important things. If you excel in your profession and fail in your personal and family life, you haven't really achieved success, in my opinion. But Lee certainly has achieved success in that regard.
He finds something good in everything, and I think he brings his full humor to every situation, and we get that with every laugh. It's completely infectious, it's so genuine, and it just makes you feel good.
Among his many talents, Lee is also an accomplished musician. He began playing bass guitar at the age of 13 while at Exeter. He played in the Morehouse College Jazz Band during college, but has been ready to play for any and all occasions, even going on to being the former director for a 21-piece orchestra for his church that has given concerts to varied audiences throughout the D.C. metro area.
I remember when he started with the orchestra at the church, and being Lee Bethel, he just wanted to play on Sundays. And the next thing we knew, he was leading the orchestra for about 20 years as the conductor and putting everybody together, and the recruiter, and not just one or two pieces. I'm talking 30 to 40 pieces in an orchestra, writing the music and doing everything. That's Lee Bethel.
Lee, my old friend, I could not be more happy for you today. You are the first African American to enter the American College's Hall of Fame. There is no one on the planet who is more deserving. So I want to congratulate you. I'm extremely proud of you. You are my brother. I love you. And please revel in this great honor.
Lee, I'm delighted and impressed with your induction into the American College Alumni Hall of Fame. You deserve it. You prepared yourself properly, and you preserved all of the things that I look for in a Hall of Famer.
Lee, I am so thrilled that we are honoring you for the Hall of Fame Award at the American College. You are beyond deserving. For me personally, I can't tell you what your smiling face has meant on this board as I joined a very illustrious group of people. You helped me feel welcome, and you helped me think about what I could do to really be most effective to bring my skills to push the college's agenda forward. You brought me in and treated me with such regard and kindness. I am just delighted, and I know all that you've accomplished, but for me personally, it is that human touch and your character that is so meaningful and that shines so bright. You are a shining example of all that is good. Congratulations.
The 2020 inductee to the American College's Hall of Fame, the Lee Bethel.
On behalf of the American College of Financial Services Alumni Association, it is my distinct honor to recognize Lee's extraordinary dedication and leadership to the college, to the profession, and to the community. For these reasons, we formally induct Lee V. Bethel as the 19th member of the Alumni Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Lee.
First, I would like to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, because without him, I don't think I would been able to accomplish any of the things that I've been able to accomplish. I'd also like to thank my family, my wife Valerie, my children Brittany, Kristen, and Lindsay, and my grandson Makai for their unwavering love and support. And I would also like to brief thanks to my staff who helps us do all these things, and without them, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. I'd like to say a special thanks to the American College for presenting me the honor of being a part of the American College Hall of Fame. This is something that I never thought would actually occur. I was around when the award first started, but thank you to the American College, and a very special thanks to George Nichols III, who was the first Black president and CEO, and his leadership, especially during these times. So thank you to the American College. It is a pleasure, and I love all of you. Thank you.